So within 8 minutes, we were at the site. It was an 8 or 9 months old female leopard. We almost rescued around 45,000 animals so far of about 230 different species of wildlife. Amazing, look at the numbers, 230 species in and around Bangalore. So especially the birds, people mistake they're doing a great thing by stuffing water into the mouth. It goes into the respiratory tract. Something occurs known as foreign body pneumonia. The animal will die, the water going to the lung. So we advise them, we do do's and don'ts to them, we send it to them, and we ask them to stabilize the animal. We regularly hold outreach activities. So we have an intensive volunteer and internship program. So we want people, the citizens of Bangalore, to come and partner with us, journey with us, support us to save their own wildlife. So resources is a huge challenge. It takes me around 15 to 16 lakhs every month. So many ambulances, drivers, rescuers, rescue equipment. The cost of feeding animal itself takes about 15,000 a day. So 99% of our rescues, we release animal back into nature. We come to know when they are ready for release. When we go near them, they come to bite us. The ones we have fed, they have been attached to us. They're coming to attack us. That's the happiest moment for us.
Hello, sir.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How's today been so far for you?
Could have a busy and hectic day.
Busy and a hectic day. Okay, for general corporate employees like us, it's a Saturday, right? So from that perspective, I'm asking you as to how's it been so far?
For us, we get more of rescues on Saturday and Sundays.
Oh,
Because people are at home, they report more rescues. So it's a hectic day for us. Weekends are always hectic, especially with a lot of volunteers and interns coming. So it's quite a hectic day.
lovely. So let's get right away started, right? For people who don't know what People for Animals is, how do you define? What is People for Animals?
So People for Animals, the Bangalore chapter, People for Animals is a wildlife rescue center, conservation center and a hospital. So we've been here for almost more than 25 years. So Bangalore has been expanding at a very high rate. There's been a huge displacement of animals. So there's no proper ambulatory clinic for wildlife. There's a lot of shelters and hospitals for domestic animals, dogs, cats and cattle, but there's nothing for the wildlife. So we are exclusively for the wildlife which lives in the city, the urban wildlife. So we rescue them, we treat them, we recover them, we rehabilitate them and release them back into nature or the wild. So this is our primary job. With this, we also do environmental ecological education program to children, especially children of 8 to 18 years. We're targeting them. We tell them what are the pollinators, how does the seed dispersal take place, how the snakes are the farmer's friend, what is global warming. So all these, how plastics play havoc. So we educate them. So this is also an ambitious project for us. So rescue and education.
Got it. And when you say urban wildlife, how is it different? So what do we call as urban wildlife?
Urban wildlife is a wildlife which lives in the city. So it is all around us. So you fail to notice it. There's a jungle crow, the house crow, the eagles, which actually are the black kites, the Brahmini kites, the huge number of other kind of birds, bulbul, koel, barbets we have, and the mammals, the reptiles, the terrapins. So Bangalore in and around is a snake city. We get around 4 to 5 snake calls. So mammals, birds, so all the urban wildlife. We almost rescued around 45,000 animals so far of about 230 different species of wildlife. Amazing, look at the numbers, 230 species in and around Bangalore.
Got it. So you said we primarily do something related to rescue and rehabilitation of animals, right? Let's go step by step. When you speak of rescue, what does a day in a rescue team look like for a member who's working in rescue team?
So we have a robust rescue team. That's our KRA, key result area. We have 5 4-wheeler ambulances and 7 2-wheeler ambulances. We have a team of 8 rescuers working around the clock. We have 4 helplines. We start off rescue at 9 o'clock in the morning, goes up to 11, 12 in the night. So we keep getting calls. We have a rescue node permanently stationed in Elanka. So we keep getting calls from people, from the helplines, and that's how our rescuers go and rescue the animal. So it might be a monkey electrocuted, it might be a black kite caught up in manja up to 120 feet, or a snake trapped in some house. So we get a spotted deer. We got many cases of spotted deers hit by vehicles. So many variety of rescues.
Got it. So is there any rescue mission that you specifically remember telling that, hey, this was special?
Yeah, so we rescued last year one leopard. So this is one of our first rescues.
In Bangalore?
Yeah, not in Bangalore. We just across here in Thurali.
Okay.
So we got a call that the road passing through Thurali, one of the leopard got hit by a two-wheeler. So and went inside a bus which is standing by into the battery box there. So we have what we call as a quick reaction rescue team always ready. A four-wheeler ambulance with all the rescue kit and necessary first aid is always ready with us. So as soon as we get a call, the vehicle is on the road. We don't want to lose even the half an hour or the 1 hour golden hour. So we immediately on the road. So on that day we got a call and we were on the road immediately before we got the location. So within 8 minutes we were at the site. So we rescued it was an 8 or 9 months old female leopard stuck under the battery bus, hit by a two-wheeler with a head injury, with dazed and head injury. So we didn't want to sedate it there. There was a huge crowd milling on us. We luckily got the leopard from the battery box, even though taking a risk of being clawed or bitten. So one of our rescues got clawed also. We removed it. We put it immediately into a kennel, brought it here, and then we sedated. We did the scanning and all that. Luckily, there were no major injuries. So within 24 hours of rehabilitation, we released it back in the same location with the permission of Forest Department. The Forest Department were keen to give it to Banagata, which I prevailed. It was not the solution. Banagata is brimming with leopards. So we took it back the same night and we released it back into almost the same spots inside the Thurali forest. It was an amazing rescue.
Got it. So, for example, sir, people often don't know, or a lot of us, even me, for example, if in case I see an injured animal outside, I don't know what is the first thing to do. Like, maybe first thing is I figure out, okay, what is the wildlife hospitals around and I will reach out to them. But you're clearly not aware of what happens afterwards, after me having called a wildlife.
So we immediately as a call comes to us, we ascertain what is the animal. So, and then we send him a WhatsApp text. If it is a bird, snake, a mammal, reptile, we tell them what to do and what not to do. So especially the birds, people mistake they're doing a great thing by stuffing water into the mouth. So all these birds, actually when they stuff this water, it goes into the respiratory tract. Then something occurs known as foreign body pneumonia. The animal will die, the water going to the lung. So we advise them, we do do's and don'ts to them, we send it to them, and we ask them to stabilize the animal. We have a lot of volunteers also all around Bangalore. If it is quite far away from us, we ring up the volunteer to go and contain the situation and the animal there. Then our rescuers go. So we go. So like I said, we have 5 four-wheeler and we have 7 two-wheelers looking at the traffic in Bangalore. So we go. It may take some time. We come there. We rescue the animal. We bring the animal back here. So if it is an animal which doesn't need rescue, like a snake caught in a house or something, we rescue the snake and release it immediately in a similar habitat. Only the young animals, injured, electrocuted, diseased, needing care or rehabilitation, we bring it back here. Otherwise, the healthy animals, we immediately release it back in the nearby similar habitat or in a similar habitat.
For example, when you say similar habitats, what are these similar kind of habitats? For example, snakes.
See, we can't, the snake, we get calls. In Kannada, they say, sir, how nam maneyalli bandide. But it is actually the other way around. How alle ide. It is there in its dwelling places. The human being has created an apartment there. So we have entered into their spaces. How is in its proper location. So what happens if I take you from here and put you in Bhopal or I put you in France? So he'll be lost. So we don't want the animal to lose the habitat where it's been used to, where it knows where to hunt. So we make sure that in nearby in the similar habitat or in the same habitat, we release the animal back.
Okay. So has there been an instance so far that you have seen that an animal which has come from a certain place has completely been transformed within the care center that we have here?
See, all the young animals, we cannot release them back to the similar habitat because they're not used to that habitat. So, like many black kite young ones, you see now in the fledging season is on. So the young bird is learning to fly, the eagles. So many a time they come crashing down. Many a time we have tried to reunite the young one back to the parents, even though it has taken many hours. We have tried to reunite. That would be the happiest thing for us. With the parents, we have done this with many sunbirds. We have waited for hours together. Eventually, the parents have appeared and taken away the young one. So that's the happiest moment for us. But most of the times, we are unable to reunite. So we bring it back here and we have to raise it. So we have to raise it till that time it is confidently able to fly before it is released. So 99% of our rescues, we release the animal back into nature. So many a time, like the monkeys, the macaques, they come with the electrocuted limbs from the outskirts. Maybe it's been 1 day, 2 days, they have reached us. So all the limbs dangling with gangrene. So all toxemia. So we have to amputate the limbs to save them. So sometimes we amputate 1 limb, sometimes amputate 2 limbs, sometimes we amputate 3 limbs to save their lives. So these monkeys, the macaques, cannot climb the trees. They cannot defend for themselves. So those animals which cannot defend for themselves in nature, that's around say about 0.5 to 1% of the rescues stay back here with us in what is known as lifetime care. So we look after them till they live. Because if we release them, again, they can't sustain themselves. They go to human beings for food. So the conflict of man-human conflict starts, or they get attacked by feral dogs. So those rescues stay back with us.
Got it. Like you said, sir, for example, there is a small young bird that you have bought from somewhere. And there is a stage for a bird's growth also, right? Like it should learn how to find its own food and then it can get back to its habitat. In the center, how do we train the bird that way, like before releasing?
We have trained for this. We have rehabilitators. We have curators here. So like a sunbird, which is supposed to suck nectar. First, we give them honey solution through a syringe. So it starts taking by picking that, drinking that honey solution. And then we put a flower around the syringe so that it mimics a flower in nature. So this is a series we do of rehabilitation. It's the same with the monkey babies. So for 2 to 3 months, they are raised by us. So we have to feed them milk every 2 or 3 hours. So they get stuck to us, the veterinarian, the curator. They think we are the parents. So after 3 months, we slowly, gradually take them away from the human beings, form a group. We start feeding them fruits and different vegetables, and slowly, gradually take them away from the human beings. So we take them in an isolated cage here. They are kept for 4 or 5 months with no human interaction. And they'll be fed what is found in nature at that time. So these macaques, the monkeys, are totally isolated. So when they are ready for release, we come to know when they are ready for release. When we go near them, they come to bite us. The ones we are fed, they have been attached to us. They're coming to attack us. That's the happiest moment for us. So they are totally away from human beings. So one group, we form the group with the alpha male, female. So they stay together for 3 to 4 months, form the bonding, and this group is trapped and then released back into the jungle.
Got it. It looks like a very long process to make this happen.
So treatment for us is very easy. We're vets. But rehabilitation, looking after them, feeding them. So I have 350 animals today. 60 squirrel kittens. So squirrel kittens have to be fed drop by syringe. Combination of goat milk, egg yolk, and honey. So you have to feed drop by drop and then stimulate the gullet. So each feeding takes 15 minutes. So imagine 60 of them. And imagine so many birds. You have to mimic, go near the beak with the pincer and mimic like the mother. Do like this. So after 2-3 times it opens the beak, you have to drop it. So the monkey babies, the birds. So for rehabilitation, you need a lot of compassion, patience. You have to sit, feed, look after. That's a huge challenge.
Got it. So, on an organization level, sir, like you mentioned, there are different roles that people are taking up within the organization at the moment. Like, if you had to tell us from top down, what are the different kind of roles that a place like this would have?
Yeah, so the main role is with the veterinarians. So, like, I'm the Chief Wildlife Veterinarian. I have 3 more veterinarians with me, and then there is a curator, there is a rehabilitator, there is a volunteer coordinator, and the rescues, the school outreach, and the social outreach, communication. So it's a team around 30 people.
So, team around 30 people to handle around 350 animals. Is that the ratio? Is that how we
Yeah,
look
the
at it?
animals don't stay with us. They come, treat, rehabilitate, release. So
Got it.
that's an ongoing cycle. They have to go back to nature.
Yes, and like you mentioned, sir, I imagine the way you treat a street dog is very different from the way you treat a parrot, and very different from the way you treat monkeys. Like in terms of the medicines, or in terms of
So
the
the wildlife, see, the dog is a treat. He may lick you. He may be friendly. So all these wild animals, they don't understand. They're the voiceless. They don't understand. We are going to treat them. So they think their life is in danger. So attack you. The snake will bite you. The monkey will bite you. The birds will claw you. So you got to be very careful, and we are trained professionals. We have to restrain them. Because many of us have been bitten by snakes. Many, unfortunately, it happens, accidents, even though you're very careful. So an animal in pain, when trying to treat them, a macaque, monkey has sharp incisor teeth, bites badly. So these are the things we are trained in them. We avoid, but sometimes accidents do happen with us also. So they don't understand. We're trying to help them. So they have to be restrained properly before we treat them.
how are the folks here trained, sir? Like, are they trained professionally in a specific course before they enter an organization?
Yeah, they're all trained. So most of the employees here, they have to, before we make them employees, they have to volunteer. So unless we are very sure they are competent professionals, so we don't take them on board.
Got it. And the next question I have is around, okay, so we get the animals, we try to rehabilitate them and send them off. But is there a case where people try to
Under the Indian Wildlife Act, 1972, you cannot keep a Indian wildlife as a pet of entertainment purposes. You are liable to be prosecuted and jailed. So what we have, since we are a purely a charitable organization, charity, the charity of the citizenry of the Bangalore. So what we have is virtual adoption. So all the animals at care with us or on our website. So people can adopt them by catering charges for a week, for a month, anything. So all animals are on the website, and what is the cost of feeding for them is there. So people can adopt, and we give them an adoption certificate telling you adopted so and so animal. And after you adopted the animal, we keep you sending you updates, and will send you a video finally when the animal is released. We'll keep you posted. So that's how the virtual adoption goes.
So, but when you're speaking of an organization like People for Animals, right? One thing that we understand is we are going to take care of animals. We are helping them with rescue, rehabilitation, and medical stuff. But what does it take to run an organization like this? Like, be it financially, or how is the organization funded?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge. So we are not financed by anybody. By no government gives us any money regular. We are purely a non-government organization. So we are the only organization in the whole country recognized by the Central Zoo Authority of India, Animal Welfare Board of India, and the Karnataka Forest Department for what we are doing. So no other conservation center has 2 central government licenses and 1 state government license. So resources is a huge challenge. It takes me around 15 to 16 lakhs every month with so many ambulances, drivers, rescuers, rescue equipment. Feeding, the cost of feeding animal itself takes about 15,000 a day. The veterinarians and all, many of our people work for passion, not for money. But the staff who works in cleaning, feeding, the rescuers have to be paid a salary. So they need to be paid. So that's a huge challenge to us. So we have been approached the corporate social CSR for funding of our infrastructure, surgery tables, ultrasonograph, X-ray. So it's a huge challenge. People don't donate to animals, and they come to animals. They don't donate to wildlife. So it's a huge challenge. But we've been we've taken up the challenge, and we are doing quite okay. So we're especially looking for people to take up projects with us. The Black Kite project, donate for that for 6 months or 1 year. The macaque project, the parakeet project, the nocturnal animal project, the reptile project. So we're looking for people to come forward and sponsor these programs. Maybe for a month, for a 1 year, 6 months, anything will work, really work.
Got it. So how do people get to know about these projects, sir? Is it published on the website that?
Yeah, all the projects and fund needing is there, and we regularly update. And when you enter, right at the right hand side, there's a big board of funding needs, which is also updated. And we regularly hold outreach activities. Regularly, we propagate what we are doing. And so we have an intensive volunteer and internship program. So we especially, I being a veterinarian, they don't teach much about wildlife in veterinary colleges. So I'm very keen for the vets from all over the country and all over the world. They come and intern with us. I'm especially keen from vets from the country. So we have a regular internship program for veterinarians. Like today also we have 8-9 veterinary interns ranging from third year till final year. So I'm very keen they should get first-hand knowledge about wildlife.
Got it. So we were talking about the donations bit and how like CSR projects.
Yeah, donation is a huge challenge for us. So like I tell people, we are saving the wildlife of Bengaluru. So we want people, the citizens of Bengaluru, to come and partner with us, journey with us, support us to save their own wildlife. So we are saving their own wildlife. So putting them all back. So there should be crows after many years, children to see the black kites, sparrows, snakes. So all these animals play a very important role in ecology. Snake is the only one which goes underground and eats the rodents. He's a farmer's friend. So 40% of the farmer produce is destroyed by rodents. This is the latest study by a scientific body in India. So they all play a very important role. So we want people to support us, to support the wildlife.
Like you mentioned, sir, the internship programs. How long is the internship program?
Internship program is ranges from anywhere from 10 days to 3 weeks, because the veterinary students don't have much of time. Happy to accommodate them for 10 days only. The veterinarians, they do for 3 weeks, already graduated. So we have internship in rescue and rehabilitation. So we have in communication, in animal behavior, we have general internships. So we have variety of internships. So all that data is available on our website.
Okay. And for someone who is probably not into veterinary studies but still want to volunteer with the organization, how do they contribute?
They just have to go to the website. There's a Google form, fill it up. So we encourage everybody to come and intern. Like I told you, in animal behavior, rescue and rehabilitation. So many other aspects, there are internships.
Got it. And we were speaking about law and awareness within India as well. One law or policy in India that you think that should be adapted or that should be better in terms of animal welfare?
So the Animal Cruelty Act, there's been a huge representations. It's as old as 1962. That needs to be amended. So the cruelty not only affects the domestic animals and the wildlife also. So wildlife, we are very strict. So if you find anybody harboring any Indian wildlife, we have powers to immediately confiscate that. We confiscate that and bring them here and rehabilitate them and release them back to nature. So you cannot keep the Indian wildlife, like I told, for entertainment as a pet. So all these shops having or other exotic pets. So what do we do with the exotic pets? Even if you confiscate them, they cannot be released. This is not their habitat. This country is not their habitat. They're going to die. So it is confinement for them in cages for life. So we have approached our government many a time to bring a ban on breeding of these animals. They should not be bred at all. The exotic animals, they should not be imported. They should not be bred. So all the exotic animals you see in the pet shop, there's no solution to them unless the government stops their breeding and is very strict on import of these animals. So we have been very successful in getting the plastic manja banned, where the birds get stuck. When they fly kites using plastic manja and it gets stuck into the trees at 100, 120 feet, and all these black kites roaming around. They are the predators. They're looking for rodents. When they see the rodents going on the ground, they come down like a missile to get the rodents. It becomes a matter of seconds. The rodent disappears. They don't see this plastic manja stuck. So they get badly entangled into that. So many years ago, people used to use cotton manja. So when the bird struggles, the cotton used to break. Now the plastic manja, as it struggles, it cuts deep into their wings. So we get birds stuck at 100, 120 feet. Previously, we used to approach the fire department. When it is a bird, they never turn up. And if they turn up, the vehicles doesn't go into the alleys to rescue. So from last 2 years, we developed the technology. We picked up the technology of the coconut growers of Kerala, where they have an interlocking pole which goes up to 100 to 150 feet. So this has revolutionized manja rescue for us. So a single guy can rescue the manja. Manja rescue can be done by a single guy using this pole. So it goes up and then comes down, interlocking. So we have been able to, and we have persistently written to the government, the environmental ministry, the chief minister, the forest department to ban the manja. So after 5 years of relentless campaign, finally this manja has been banned. The letter has been removed by the government, banning this manja on 10th of October last year. Okay. So the plastic manja has been banned, import and manufacture. So now we are arguing the government to enforce the manja, the plastic manja ban on ground. Still in Shivajinagar, the sale of plastic manja continues. So we have asked the government, the police to confiscate that, make a big bonfire in front of the shops, burn that, take legal action against the people who are selling them, so that these birds don't go through this painful process of getting caught in the Chinese manja.
Got it. So we had already discussed about like how every single time if somebody reaches out to people for animals, like for rescuing animals, you would send a message saying, hey, you're supposed to do this and you're not supposed to do this. But is there a general thumb rule for anybody who sees an injured animal for the right thing to do and the wrong thing to do?
Yeah, the thumb rule is, please first of all, don't try to feed the animal. It never helps. So you trying to feed the animal is going to kill the animal. Rather than for the reason for the rescue, the animal is on the ground, we could save the animal. By some people trying to feed water into the mouth, it's going to kill the animal. So don't try to feed the animal, especially birds. Don't try them at all. It's a bird. Try to put a cotton cloth over the eyes. The basic rule for the animal should not watch all around. So they get stressed. Put a cotton cloth over it, gently pick it up, keep it in a carton with the holes, and inform us. We will come. It may take some time, depending on the traffic or the number of rescues, but we will come and rescue the animal.
Got it. So in terms of your job, right, you must have seen the best of humanity and the worst of humanity. What is that one act of kindness that is still stuck onto you?
Also, many people are there who are really kind. So even though we're not in the domestic scene, because when you Google, we come up first people for animals. So we have employed an anti-cruelty officer who deals with cruelty issues, the animals, especially the feeders, people trying to feed the dogs, and the other people don't want them to be fed in front of the houses. There's fights. So you're not keeping the pet properly. People are tied up the pet. It's in the sunlight for quite some time. It's not being looked after. Somebody is throwing stones or harming the stray dog. So we have huge issues, but we have seen many people who are kind, compassionate, keeping those dogs into the home, getting them sterilized from their own pocket money, especially many of the IT people, especially the girls I've seen. They're very compassionate. They spend almost all their salary on feeding these dogs and looking after them. Many of them really compassionate.
Got it. And is there any special projects that People for Animals is coming up in the future, in next couple of months, that we can tell our viewers about?
Yeah, so it's an ongoing project. So now we are doing many unique things in the PfA wildlife. Like one project we are doing is imping. So we are collecting feathers, so which naturally fallen. So these birds, when they get stuck into manja, they struggle, they lose a lot of feathers. So when we rescue them and bring them, if it is a fracture, and we put an intermediary pin, try to heal them, but many a time they lose a lot of feathers. They are unable to fly. So they have to be here with us for almost 6 to 7 months. So that's a huge imprinting on the bird. So what we do is we collect feathers. We have many of the citizens have put up boards in parks, especially in Vijayanagar, where they put posters and put collection boxes down. If you find a feather, please drop it into the box. So we pick up the feathers from them, especially the long feathers we use. So the feathers which are damaged in these birds, which are struggling in manja, so we surgically implant these feathers of the same species. So this gives literally new life to the birds, especially the wing feathers and the tail feathers. We implant these feathers, what we call by the process imping, with surgical glue, and these birds can be released into nature the next day. So when the real feathers grow, the imped feathers fall off. So this is one thing we are doing. We are giving life to birds immediately, and we are doing acupuncture in snakes, especially the snakes with vertebral column fractures. So there's only one bone in the snake. It is a vertebral column. So when they use JCBs to clear the dwelling place of the snake goes to height and falls, and the vertebral column gets fractured. So from the way the fracture has occurred, the snake gets paralyzed. So we separate the fracture, then we have to do intense physiotherapy to get the sensation of the nerves working below the fracture site. So it used to take a long time for us previously, 4 to 5 months. Now we are using advanced physio laser, and we are doing acupuncture. Acupuncture is not being done in snakes anywhere in the world. So you can, there's no report on the Google. The Chinese must be doing it, but they're not sharing. So by using this latest technology and the centuries old acupuncture, we have been able to cut down the rehabilitation of snakes by almost 50%. So we are designing prosthetic leg to peacocks who have lost their legs have got paralyzed by electrocution. We are taking help of aeronautical engineers to put prosthetic legs so that they have some decency of normal life, even though they cannot be released. So these are all some new things we are into. So and rest, we do a lot of surgeries. We put titanium plates on the shell of terrapins, tortoise, which get fractured by being run over by two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So we're doing many new techniques, which is not, which is one of the first in the world. So we recently, in December 23, we rescued a snake run over by JCB. The whole face, the cobra, was smashed with all the trachea and all the organs were out. So we did series of plastic surgery. So we kept the snake for 12 months almost. We reconstructed the whole face of the snake. We had named it Scarface. So it was viral on the social media. So when we shared this on the social media, many people abroad did not believe us. They said we were faking. So we shared plate by plate surgery, how we reconstructed. So many of them were convinced. So we released the snake in December last year, having rescued it in December 23, almost after 12 months. It was a huge satisfaction looking at the face. It was smashed, the trachea out, and a healthy snake. We released Scarface back. So that was a great, satisfying project for us.
Got it. And in terms of the surgical procedures, sir, you said that for performing these many surgical procedures, there is a need for sophisticated machines and stuff. Or do we import it from somewhere, or do we have organization in India?
We have in India, but the funding is the issue. So like the ultrasonograph, we have which purchased after a lot of challenges of getting 2-3 companies to donate to us. It cost 17 lakhs. The digital, the chromatography cost 16 lakhs. So the CBC, the blood picture analysis, that costs around 6 lakhs. The semi-auto analyzer to know liver and kidney functioning, that costs around 8 lakhs. This is a huge. Microscopes are very costly. So raising the resources is a challenge. The equipment is available. So I need money to purchase them. So that's a challenge.
Got it. And if in case, like I and my friends here, if we have to do something as a one small step to do something better for the animals, in general, what is that one thing that you would recommend for us to
We
do?
want people to, all our rescues and our environmental education program is free. We don't charge anything to anybody. So we want people to tell us about our rescue. The animal is there. So many of the people have done many TEDx talks. Many are not aware what is urban wildlife. So whom to approach when it is injured, when they see a snake or a monkey or a bird injured, whom to report. So we want people to report to us. So we want to save a life. We are ready to go to 80, 90 kilometers also to even save a small bird. The people got to tell us. So they got to tell us. So we are happy saving a wildlife, saving a small bird also. Please tell us. We will come. It may take some time in Bangalore, but we will be there.
Got it.
So report us. Tell us.
And if a young person who's watching this video, if in case they would want to get started, is the first step for them to come and volunteer at People for Animals?
Yes, please. You can go to our website. All the information is there about volunteering, about internship, and rest. They want any information, they can call us. Our helplines are there. There are 4 helplines. We are ready to give whatever information they need. So we are happy with volunteers. In fact, many a time we tell people to reassign their timing with us, the dates, because we get lots of volunteers and interns. So we tell them to apply in the next month or after 2 months or something. So we take limited amount because they are wildlife. So they are not domestic animals. So people get confused that dog will come and lick them and wag their tail. There are no animals are wagging their tail. They'll all come to attack you because they don't understand, and we're trying to help them. So we got to understand. So we can take limited people. So we tell them to apply after a couple of months when the slots are available.
Got it. So with this, we are towards the end of the video. If there is something that you would want to share with me and my team or with people in general, what would you say?
Be kind and compassionate to animals. All animals. So they are voiceless. So we are human beings. We are the refined guys. We understand. We understand and everything. So animals are voiceless. They cannot tell what is ailing them and what is troubling them. So since we have better sense of understanding, be kind, compassionate. So now the summer is very harsh. So please keep a bowl of cold water in a shady place for a bird, for an animal to have a drink. So we also are doing a lot for these animals, like the Turali forest across us. So the spotted deer there, all the water sources have dried up. There are about 400 spotted deer. They're coming on the road looking for water, getting attacked by feral dogs and getting involved in accidents. So whenever a foreign animal or somebody goes, their heart stops. Something was captured my apathy due to shock. So we are trying to take water tankers along the forest department now. Water tankers are 3,500. They're very costly. So we're trying the water tankers. We have placed rings all around the 300-acre Turali forest. We are filling up water inside. So we are filling up the natural water sources. So this is the 3rd time we have launched this. We have called it Operation Quench Thirst, Turali forest. So we're doing this. So what others can do is keep a small bowl of water, at least for the animal. I personally don't encourage feeding wildlife. They have to look for themselves. So many people, we get many calls that the monkeys have come to the apartment. They are not leaving us. They're entering. So many people are feeding the monkeys there due to religious connotation. Or their garbage disposal is not proper. There's easy accessibility of garbage food. So now the IT guys order food online. They eat about 30% and throw the 70%. So the macaques, the monkeys are getting easy access. So naturally an animal comes only for a reason. It's not a human being that he wants to take a stroll in Brigade Road or Church Street. It's not that. There's a reason an animal comes. So many apartments, I tell people the reason is food. So don't give the access to the food. Don't feed it due to religious connotation, or dispose your waste properly. Keep it covered, especially wet. The animal will not stay there. It will move away. So if you follow all these practices, so everybody will be safe.
Got it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving
your
your
time. It's been a pleasure.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you.